Hi, everybody. It's Dawn coming to you with another episode of our podcast, Out of the Spiritual Closet. And today I'm so happy and so excited to bring another one of my friends on for you to meet. I have the lovely, the beautiful, the talented Steph Mason. See, I just wanted to make her giggle. Steph is a master Akashic Records practitioner, but she is so much more than that. Let me just tell you, because my memory's a little bit bad, I just want to give you some of the highlights. In 2016, oh, it's going to be one of those. Okay, we're going to have fun. In 2016, she embarked on a life-changing journey into energy medicine when she discovered Reiki. During that time, she became so dedicated and passionate and went ahead to obtain her master's certificate in metaphysics from the esteemed Sunshine Academy of Metaphysics. She played with the energy even more after that with some other Reiki modalities, Holy Fire, 3 Karuna Reiki. I know of it, I'm just not real good at saying it. Obviously, the Akashic Records, Sacred Soul Alignment, Human Design, and she is fascinated with the brain and how it works. So with that, she took that a step further and she got training in hypnosis. And from there, it's led her on to her crystals and her herbs and her magical candle experience, which we'll talk about later in the podcast. But Stephanie is so very skilled at the many gifts, at using the many gifts that she has. She incorporates them all into her services. So one of the tools that she used with the services is the candles. And like I said, that's the magical thing that we're going to talk about. But everything Stephanie does is magical. She is a channel. She is an energy worker. She does light language and sound codes and all kinds of number stuff. And I can go on and on about her. One of the things that I'm saying about the codes is she is skilled in deciphering intricate codes of each person's individual programs and frequencies. And that is huge because none of us are the same, right? So being able to see who you are specifically and what you need is part of her magic. And so please know that Stephanie is someone that I highly endorse because I work with her for me, okay? So I'm only bringing people on that I can vouch for their energy and their skills and their heart. Because, you know, you can have all the skills and the gifts in the world, but without the heart, you just are doing another job. Okay, it's just another job. Stephanie is not like that. She's very passionate about what she does. And as soon as I let her start talking, she is going to tell us about that. But Stephanie, one of the things about her, she firmly believes that every person possesses the limitless potential and is meant for greatness. How awesome is that, right? She invites each individual to reclaim their inherent power and embrace their life filled with purpose, fulfillment, and transformation. And so, without further ado, let me introduce you to Stephanie.
Hi, Dawn. Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction and your endorsement. That is truly amazing and a blessing. Thank you so, so much.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. She's very busy and she is part of my birthday present back to the community. So I want to introduce you to people that will help you to get where you want to go. I am of a certain age and I don't have a lot of time to waste. So I don't want to waste my time anymore. So I will only bring forward people that I align with, and hopefully as my soul tribe, you will align with them too. So a little bit about how I met Stephanie was we actually were in an advanced master's class together for the Akashic Records with Amy Robeson, who has trained both of us. I know Stephanie's trained in other modalities, but she trained both of us. And so we got to go deeper and deeper and play even more. During that time period, I was just gifted with being in the class with her and being able to have that energy share. And Stephanie is not shy in any way, shape, or form. If she sees something and knows something, and she knows you're receptive, I mean, she's not going to accost you on the street. But if she knows that you're, wanting to move this energy and do that, she jumps right in and helps. And, I just love that. It's not like over the top, like in my business kind of help. It's constructive and it's helpful. So I want you to get to hear about Stephanie, not just my raving about her. I'll let her actually talk. Stephanie, tell us a little bit about who you are right now in this moment in time, and what you like to do.
As you gave a wonderful biography about me, I am versed in a lot of modalities, and I do that because I love learning and I love finding new ways to help people. And as you said, I'm very fascinated by the brain, the subconscious mind, the unconscious mind, and how hypnosis helps, how the Akashic records help, which is how the candle even kind of became a thing. I made candles when I was 17 years old. I worked at Michael's, the arts and crafts store. So doing candles, I bought a kit, made them. I do not make them the same way now. Back then it was like the gel candles, the beach scenes, everything really should have followed that through, because it ended up being a big thing for somebody, out there. I was doing with my mom, then when kind of put it aside, then wood wicks was a thing. I made candles. I would wood burn nice little palm trees and the people's lids and so on and so forth. And my Akashic Records team, my team, that's what I call them. They're like, you're going to take a class. So I took a class with Karuna on candle magic. But what I didn't realize was all the stuff that I already knew how to do was in that class, I learned how to make oils to go with the candles. And I learned just in general, different ways to do things. And I already made candles. So it was just adding in additional stuff. And what I was noticing was the candle basically was a reflection of your reality. And that is not something I learned in the class. This is where my gift came out. I started noticing that when I read the candle, it would show me I was blocked somewhere. And then I would work through that with the different modalities I had, and things would start to shift. And my team basically was like, you were meant to take that class. We encouraged you to take that class, but this would be why, because this is a tool that people can use and have more awareness of something going on in their reality that they wouldn't normally be aware of.
Well, yeah, to that point, I'm going to say, so because Stephanie works with us on such a deep level, and because she has gifts to see your 5D self and your quantum, because I really and truly, we shouldn't miss the point of the work that you're doing, Stephanie, is quantum healing.
Yes, it
isn't just regular healing.
Nope, it's not.
It's not any disservice to regular healing. I'm not saying that, but it is quantum. And the difference with quantum and regular healing is quantum gets to your very essence, your soul, to your cells, to the deepest parts of you. A regular healing can be a little superficial at times. I mean, it can help, don't get me wrong, but a quantum actually changes your frequency, and it changes your energy signature, and it'll help you. And I'm using my hands, and I know for those in the podcast world, you can't see me, but it takes you from a lower level vibration to a higher level. With a quantum healing, you can stay at that higher level, or you can get back up there quicker. When you have a regular healing, to me, it feels like you can end up sometimes further back than where you started. It's more superficial. I think of a quantum healing as eating correctly, eating the right greens and proteins and all that. Where a regular healing is like taking a shower and getting a new outfit. And so both have their space and place, but I just wanted to not miss the fact that though she'll talk about different modalities that she uses, Stephanie's gifts are in the fact that she works in the quantum, that she works with your highest self, that she works to bring the best version of you, the highest frequency version of you to light. More like taking you out of the darkness that the many lifetimes may have put you into, and she cleans you off and helps you get up there. Now, she's not going to do all the work for you. You have to do the work too.
And in that nature, like during the process of just me being on my soul journey, I was gifted my own modality to do this. And I call it quantum healing keys, because each key goes in and unlocks something in you ready for healing, ready to shift, and ready to take you to that higher level. And I use them within the candles, but I use them when I send you little mini recordings in support of the candle. And I use them there. I also sell a tarot deck. It's in that. It's actually called Healing Keys. But I started being gifted these keys from Source, the Akashic Records. And then some of them I made. Some of them I went in there and was like, I want a key for this. And I went in there and made a key for that.
So she has a very curious mind, and she has done a lot of work on herself. And most of us spiritual healers do a lot of work on ourselves. And so that's how we discover some of the better ways to do these things. Anyone that has done a particular process or job for a while will always find ways to fine tune it to make it the best they can be. And that's really what Stephanie has done with her tools. She has created a whole modality, and she can provide many services with her tools. Her Steph, what I said, the Steph signature sauce, the Steph, quantum healing kind of thing. Her candles are one tool that she uses, but her voice, her commands through the hypnosis and through the different meditations, those can be just as activating as well. So the thing that we're going to talk a little bit more about is Lionsgate. And because this is such a fabulous freaking portal to create. So we will talk about that in a minute, but Steph, what would you say if I asked you, how long do you think you've been connecting with spirit, with your team and that? Your whole life? Or is this a new awakening for you? How long have you known that spirit, that divine, that creator, that source communicates to you?
That was in 2016 when I first got the Reiki. When I was a kid, I had gifts, but they obviously shut down. I could kind of, I knew like what my grandfather passed away. I knew I was like, oh, grandpa just died. Like I just had that, like that knowing, that thought, that he had passed away. And then it kind of shut down.
I want to point that out, that she has had gifts, as many people have. And in childhood, our lives, our situations kind of teach us to be safe in different ways and not run around telling everybody people are going to die or put this crystal on your head to feel, but that kind of thing, right? And so the one reason I really wanted to bring that out about Steph, and my team is saying to go on to this, is because she did have this kind of inner knowing and intuition. A lot of the burdens put on her in this lifetime were harder, right? A lot more doubts and a lot more, people get fearful in that. So when I say that most healers have worked on themselves, I want you to understand that Stephanie has put a great deal of work on herself, and she won't toot her own horn on that enough. But she also, and we won't hang your hat on this, but she has medical mediumship in there too, where she can look at people and figure different things out and give you help and guidance, because she worked on herself as well. So just wanted to point that out a little bit. Though she says, oh, I awakened at this age, she had these gifts, society suppressed them. And she said, hell no, at a certain point. Oh, sorry if I'm not supposed to say that. She said, heck to the no. And she, she cleared the rubble out of the way to access her treasure chest of gifts. So she is special in the fact that she did the work. She also contains a lot of the same things that you and I all have. Okay. So she's showing us all a path that is, maybe it's not an easy path, but it's a path that we can all travel down and get there. So I don't know why. My team just wanted to jump in and make sure that we pointed that out, Steph.
Yeah. Okay. So paths are paths, and mine has definitely been a struggle path, and source will show you it's not all peaches and cream. And your mind creates your reality based on your thoughts and your experiences, and everything that you decide is in your reality.
Was there a moment that you made a decision? Was there a shift in you where you made a conscious decision?
Many. So here's where human design comes in a little bit, right? I'm a 3-5, which means you choose life by trial and error. And let me just tell you, I'll trial, I'll go out in left field. I'll trial, I'll go out in left field, right? Mm-hmm. And I didn't give up, right? Because I had like these awarenesses of something was going on, was not right. And I could fix this. I just didn't know how. And sometimes that's not revealed to you yet because you're so focused on the how that the actual answer is staring you right here, but you can't see past it.
Agreed.
And so you try to get the how to come, but you are actually blocking yourself. Again, going back to the candle, why it's a great tool, because you can see you're the block in that, and you're like, well, how am I blocking it? And then when you have awareness that you are your block, you can pretty much sometimes shift out of it. It just takes you having that awareness that you are your own block. And again, my path was not easy. I have encountered many things that were a challenge for me. I have skin problems. I have unknown autoimmune diseases on and off every 5 years. And I don't even know how to explain that to anybody listening to this. Mm-hmm. I've had weight struggles on and off my entire life for 40 years. I'm either too fat, I'm too thin, I'm too this, I'm too that. It's been a thing my entire life. I have had a bunch of like broken bones. I've had all kinds of
she's experienced stuff. It. Yeah, I hear you, and I know I'm there with you, 100% on that. So I think that we often wanted to practice on ourselves because we weren't complaining clients, maybe, like we're not sure.
Oh, be careful what you wish for, right? Be careful what you wish for.
I no longer want to work on myself, people. No. Cancel, release. All right. So I do want to talk about the Lionsgate, but before we go there, how do you use numbers? What's your thing with numbers? Because I love numbers. I'm numerology. I'm adding things up. I'm 444 and 111. And, like numbers have always been fun for me.
So it's interesting about my numbers journey. So I was a medical coder for a lot of years, and you assign medical codes. So I've always had a thing with numbers. I would always remember phone numbers very easily. You give it to me one time, I would remember it. Numbers had always been a thing for me. Moving into the spirituality piece of it, I took Vedic numerology, which is a little bit different than normal numerology, and that's okay. And then I started noticing that the numbers carry different frequencies. And when I channel numbers for people, they're actually a frequency that can help their body shift out of something, or it'll help their body open something, or it'll help their body change in some way. And I channel them for people based on me going in their energy field. And when I attune the candle to them, I can see these numbers start coming in for them. And if I remember correctly with you, the numbers came in and I'm like, hey, you got to check into like your right shoulder. This is coming in, use the code there. And you're like, my shoulder pain is gone. And it's like each number.
An instant thing on the shoulder pain, which the shoulder pain, I think, was related to some karmic stuff.
Yeah, we don't have to go on all that, but yes, it was
Yeah.
FedEx and some other stuff, but
He's like,
all that.
I'm not airing your dirty laundry. Are the numbers that you're using relatable to the Sofleglio, or however I say that properly, frequency?
So
Or is
both.
it your own? Okay.
Both. I have the Sofigio frequencies, which, as you know, clear fear, they clear trauma, they restructure DNA, they help with trauma, stress, anxiety. They are the 9 magical numbers that make up the scale: do, re, mi, et cetera, et cetera. Then there is these quantum numbers that are based on Fibonacci's sequence, which are sacred geometry, which is found in all living things. And I was given a gift to basically go in and start channeling these numbers to open up or heal the part of the sacred geometry that might not be fully functional. Like if you talk about it from a DNA structure, everybody knows what the double helix is. But what you don't know is when you negatively talk to yourself or have negative vibrations in your mind, your body, or your field, your DNA actually does not replicate the cells appropriately.
Okay,
it does not.
That's
okay.
huge. When you talk negatively to yourself, or are having those unconscious loops of thoughts, all those things, bad self-talk. That's why we always say, be your own best friend, be your cheerleader. As Stephanie's saying, is that your DNA is actually being affected by your words, by the vibrations, by the energy behind it. And her codes are helping to uplift them, to correct them, so that they can vibrate at the correct frequency then?
Kind of. It helps clear out the negative thought, the loop, the patterning, so that the DNA can start to replicate at the appropriate mother cell, so it replicates at the proper mother cell. And this has been proven scientifically with like Greg Braden and Dr. Luce Lipton. They talk about how the telomeres shrink when we are carrying negative emotions. We're stuck in the past emotions and feelings that the body is conditioned. So those telomeres shrink in, which actually ages you more, and it, makes you age more, and then you can die at an earlier age, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And again, the negative energy or negative past feelings, emotions, and stuff also don't. The mother cell, the daughter cell that is trying to copy the mother cell doesn't fully get a copy, and that's the copy that's being passed in the body. So then that's when dis-ease or disharmony can happen in the body, along with a multitude of diseases.
So now you understand mentally, physically, doing the work is important. Identifying your pain points is important. Finding somebody that you align with to help you on what you can't see on yourself is so very important. So this is where I really want to get to, because I know we're getting long on time here. But I wanted to talk about the Lionsgate portal. And for anyone that doesn't know what a portal is an opening where we're connecting with higher energies, where we're tapping into other dimensions. And Steph, I'm going to let you take over on your interpretation of a portal, and specifically the Lionsgate.
So the Lionsgate portal is when the sun lines up with the star system Sirius, and it opens up tomorrow, July the 26th, and it runs all the way through to 8/12. On 8/8 is when it's the peak, and it's like the highest potential downloads. If you are a healer, you may not be aware you're a healer. You might have ascension symptoms. You might feel pains where you didn't feel pains before. You might feel more tired or fatigued. But on the positive thing, you can use this portal to start manifesting your true desires, your dreams, things that you want in life, that soulmate you've been tracking down for years, the business, the soul clients, the new car, the new house, the new boat, the lake house, the beach house, vacations.
Happiness, right?
Yes, exactly.
A physical, tangible thing. She's saying different emotions, different energies you want to bring.
Yeah.
And so we've talked about a lot of her gifts. We have not talked about all of her gifts because for a few hours, and you guys would definitely be fast forwarded. We will go into more on individual ones about some different modalities, but I just wanted you to get a taste for Stephanie's sauce. I mean, she brings magic to the table. It doesn't really matter what tool she's using, you know. She's working with you and your highest and best version of yourself. She's trying to get you there. So I want everybody to be able to have a beautiful August and a beautiful year. So I am really promoting Stephanie's Lion Gate candle, and I'm going to show it for those that are watching on YouTube, and I'll describe it for the others. But I have my Lionsgate candle, and tomorrow I'll start it up again on the 26th. No matter when you're listening to this podcast, it doesn't matter. The energy is running before and after the actual portal. And if soon as you put an order in on this candle and you've given Stephanie your information, I'm going to speak for her on this one, but it starts working because you've made the commitment and the intention out there. And as the minute that her eyes land on your name and your information, her team is already busy working. True?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm already getting informations about you. I'm already starting to read your energy, your signature. I'm already starting to feel into your field. And then I have to turn that off a bit because I want to make sure that you have the best experience. Well, I want to also, yeah, I do have a 3-year-old and a husband and a business, but I do let those information come in. So when I sit down and do your candle, you're getting the best possible outcome because I'm giving the time for the information to flow through.
But it starts coming. So you making that commitment is your first step. It's like showing up at the place and then her taking the time and the energy to create the experience for you. Because I'm going to tell you, this is not just a candle, though it is a very pretty candle for those of that you can, I can't speak all of a sudden. For those of you that can see it, it is in a golden vessel. It has some beautiful secret codes written on here just for me because this is mine. But also inside the candle, it is blessed. Okay. I have crystals in here. There are herbs in here. There's a special,
Flowers.
What is it else?
Flowers.
And a special oil that I can put on myself before meditation. Actually, I told Stephanie I'd like this one in a perfume, the Lionsgate one. It's so pretty. Not that the others aren't, but so I get my candle and then I can work through this experience with my candle, myself, and Stephanie. And so, you know, a lot of people think, oh, you have to sit down and you do a session and it's 2 hours of heavy lifting and XYZ. The way that the candle worked for me is that it was a total experience. Okay. Each step of the way, and I'll let Stephanie talk about it in a second, but each step of the way, it was uncovering and releasing and clearing and bringing to light what I wanted and what I needed, but also Stephanie guiding me along the way. Like, it's funny, she'd be like, Dawn, you need to go ahead and release this. She's like, no, really release, you know, and then she's like, okay, here's a guided meditation to really release, you know, that kind of thing. So Stephanie is with you through your whole candle experience. So I just want to really make sure that everybody understands when I purchase a candle from Stephanie, I'm not just buying a pretty candle, pretty decoration. I'm getting a whole experience, but I'm also getting the experience with her, with all her healing modalities before I purchase the candle and then during my experience. Some of it's done one-on-one, some of it's done in a group setting, or if it's not, it will be shortly. But you know, Stephanie's willing to walk with you down that path. So that's my big endorsement for this one. And you'll have to check with me at the end of August too, to see if I'm really whooping it, which I know I will. But Steph, now that I just was going on and on about the candle, can you talk about the experience for you when you created and what you put in there? And I know it's your heart and your soul, but what else?
Okay, so Vanna, when you when you receive your candle, it is programmed to you. So it's an extension of your reality, as I've said previously in this podcast. So it's your energy, your frequency, yours. I channel symbols for you. I channel numbers for you. I channel runes, if you are familiar with runes. I also channel messages. Release certain things that you're holding on to, let go of some things. You'll see abbreviations of stuff, because if not, my shorthand, people would try to imitate me, and I don't want that to happen, because I want these to be truly authentic, high vibrational, sacred tools. It's got your name on there. It's got your date of birth either on it, or I abbreviate it in a signature that is unique to me, so that it can't be replicated, because I want you to have the best experience possible. The candle is then created with stuff on the inside. There is herbs. And these are all organic. I make them from scratch. It's organic beeswax or organic coconut wax, or a blend. It is made with organic herbs, organic essential oils, organic flowers, and crystals. Each crystal is also attuned to you and programmed based on what I'm feeling in your energy field. So for example, if you're a person trying to manifest money, I may not know that, but you may not have told me that, but I may not just know that. And the crystal will help her hunt and find what it is that she is manifesting to help her in her highest and best good. Let's look at her frequency of money and the relationship there. Let's look at, I operate within the 4 pillars. I will explain that. I see things as pillars. So wealth, health, love, and abundance. It's in one of those, and usually they're connected to one another. So let's just say this: you have issues with money. More than likely, you're having issues with your love life. You're having issues with wealth. You're having issues with abundance, because usually they're tied together. And that's something I help you untie to in the candle experience. Then I package it up. I make it a pretty package. I do.
Oh, it's so pretty. It is so pretty. Every time I get my box, I go, oh, it's so pretty. Like, you really feel like you're getting your birthday present.
So like this month, like Dawn said, it's a gold candle with a gold lid. It's a lion on it. It comes with an oil. It comes with some fake money, but to be honest, money is just a frequency, right? So why not have some to play with? It comes with some bay leaves for you to write power words on there. Success, health, wealth, abundance, gratitude. I like everything goes my way. That was a previous candle. And what it does is it reprograms your subconscious mind to start showing you in your reality that things are going your way. You're doing it at first, but then it's going to start showing you. Each candle, there's a new month, or each month there's a new candle, a new experience, and a new thing. And a lot of people have had my candles since and have continued their experience because they love seeing the shifts and see the money coming in and see the wealth coming in, seeing the abundance coming in, seeing, things get fixed in their relationship, but not to mention they're changing their personality. They're changing their identity. And that's important. In order to manifest, you have to change something in you to match the frequency and vibration of your manifestation. If you're not making those changes, more than likely you're your block to the manifestation.
And I was just going to say on that about the changing in that, I think a lot of it too is releasing shadow parts of yourself, right? And, shadow parts are the tricky parts. It's the parts that come out that used to protect you, that may have, it's like a protective layer, protective coating. I'll start to babble really, really, really fast if I'm nervous. That's part of a shadow self, and I'm really working on that one. But, think about that. It helps you to see a side of yourself you may not clearly recognize on your own. So like I could deny the shadow self. No, I'm just really talkative, blah, blah, blah. But by understanding that it's blocking me, and when I do X, Y, Z, I'm really doing this as a defense, let it go, release it, relax, and it allows the new to come in. Remember, when we're constricted, when we're in lower energy, we're constricted and we can't allow new in. When we're in higher energies and frequencies, we're more wide open. Our energy is more open and accepting, and we now can let new and beautiful things in. So That was my little tail end of that. So Stephanie, I know, let's put this out there. This is a call to action, people. If you want a Lionsgate candle, you need to get over to Stephanie's website and order it. Can't guarantee the delivery on this one, but they're in a almost window there, aren't they, Steph, for this one?
Yeah. So I also have an abundantly you candle that is a smaller candle. It's an 8-ounce candle, where that's a 12-ounce candle. So if you want to try the experience, but you don't want to pay for the full price, there is a smaller candle at a smaller price point. They both also come with meditations. The Lionsgate comes with a dream life key, where you get to go to your dream life reality, see how that plays out, embody that experience, and have the healing, one of my healing keys, to continue to take you to that dream life, take you to the steps, those actions, so you can have that dream life you're desiring. And then the Abundantly You comes with a golden obsidian crystal. It also comes with a meditation where you get to embody an abundantly you body. You literally get to go into time and space and embody the abundant body that it's a golden light diamond body.
Wow. So 2 powerful candles being offered right now. Each month she'll have some options up there for advertised on her page and in her groups. If they want to get a hold of you to book a session, buy a product, buy a candle experience, I should say, never say buy a candle. It's not just a candle. But how would they do so?
www.livingalignedbysteph.com, or they can find me on Facebook, Steph Mason.
Perfect. Well, I want to thank you so much for sharing your energy.
Thank you. Thank
sharing
you.
your magic, and for coming to my birthday party this month. Reach out to Steph. You will not be disappointed. Steph, are you also on Instagram and
YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, all Living Aligned by Steph.
Okay, so if you just want to go experience some of her energy over there, check it out, check the page out. But I'm saying, if you're being pulled, compelled, called to buy this experience, to work with Stephanie, then do it. You deserve it. I say, buy yourself a birthday present. No.
I was just going to say, just to also recap, like, you're getting a candle, but the part that makes it the experience is when you're lighting the candle and blocks start to come up and you send me those videos and those images, I can help you understand your block and we can heal it, because you have it in your awareness now. And then that can help with the shift. And the candle can also show you shifts. It actually starts burning away those layers where it wasn't before. So even the candle shows you, like magic, that it is clearing and shifting for you.
It is absolutely an experience, and I highly endorse it. Check out Steph on any of the platforms, Living Aligned by Steph, on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, or at her website. But definitely check it out. I hope that you take advantage of the Lionsgate portal, and if not, just at least check out some of Steph's meditation. So thank you so very much. And a warm thank you to you, Steph. I really appreciate you spending your time. And I know you're very, very busy. So I really appreciate that, squeezing me in here this month for the party. And so I hope to have you back again sometime to talk more. So thank you.
I would love that. Thank you so much. So much love and gratitude to you and to the listeners.
Thank you. Yes. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and have a great rest of your week. Bye-bye.